All right, fourth grade, let's talk about your specific math manipulatives that are a part of your math expressions kits. So first, some common language. There are different types of kits that you can purchase. So whether you're adopting materials because you just took over a classroom or you're adopting for the very first time and you're getting brand new kits, I want you to be clear on what you have. In the back of your teacher's guide in the resource section, you do have a couple of pages devoted just to manipulatives, where it has the list of all the manipulatives and it will tell you what unit you're going to use those in. And then it has a list of some math expression specific materials. This document here is going to help you know visually like what those things are and what you might be looking for. In addition, I have a link right up here at the top of this document where when you click that, it'll take you to a publisher document that tells you how many and how much of each of these items come in your kit. So you know how much you should have and you know what to look for. So one of the kits that you might have access to is called a full manipulative kit. Now, it's called a full manipulative kit because it includes everything. It includes all the custom materials that are used just in math expressions. Plus, it comes with more generic math tools like base 10 blocks and play money. Those are extra tools that are not a part of the custom manipulative kit. So most districts buy the custom kit if they already have things like base 10 blocks and whatnot from other programs. The custom kit has only the specific materials that belong to math expressions or to teach math expressions. So that's something like it has the secret code cards. Your posters are going to come in a teacher modeling kit. Okay, there's not a lot that comes in the fourth grade in the custom kit. The teacher modeling kit includes all of these posters. They're going to be laminated. They're going to be folded up nice and small. They're going to come into a smaller Tupperware type box, and it's going to have all the materials that you would need to model with as the teacher. So not only will you have these posters, you'll also have a teacher demonstration set of blue whole number secret code cards and green decimal secret code cards. Now, this is probably the most important tool that we use in math expressions. It starts in kindergarten. It goes all the way through 5th and 6th grade. You introduce the green secret code cards for the first time as you introduce decimals. But this tool, specifically the whole numbers, are going to be used in Unit 1, but we use them again when we learn about multiplication and division. You're going to use them again as you work into your place value systems with the metric system and with decimal work and fractions. So these are going to come out quite often. Now you'll get your teacher kit version. They'll need to take apart and put either on key rings like this or have a pocket chart. There's going to be a whole nother page in your material workbook that this document is a part of that will give you more tips on how you might want to store or organize your secret code cards, but you'll have your teacher kit. In your custom kit, you're also going to get a student set of the blue cards and a student set of the green cards. Unless you get an individual kit that is like a bag for every student with all the materials already taken apart and in their little baggies, you're going to have to do that work yourself. So you're going to perforate all of these cards, tear them apart, put them in baggies, label them. And again, there's a whole other document in this workbook that's going to help you with some of those tips because they're really important and students really need to use them when they're suggested. Math expressions doesn't really use that many materials, especially as we get into the upper grades, which means the materials that they do use are really not an option. They are very, very important. Now, your posters that you have here, you have a place value poster. This poster is the exact same for 5th grade and 6th grade. This poster grows with students. You'll be going into the hundreds and of course into the millions for whole numbers, unless you're in districts like Minnesota where you have to go to the thousands as well. The poster will take you all the way to those thousands, but we're connecting the fraction name, the numeric name, the money symbol, and then students can write on this chart or the teacher can. It's a laminated chart. It's showing the symmetry. As you can see here, the ones column is in pink, and then we have tens and tenths and hundreds and hundredths. So there's a lot to take in with this chart, and it is referenced frequently during your lessons. A big part of your 4th grade year is place value understanding and decomposing numbers, expanded form, so on and so forth. You have a geometry poster that you can put on a focus wall or a math wall. Once you get to that unit, it specifically is calling out the gazillions of vocabulary that you have to learn in 4th grade, from all the angle names to the different triangle names to some quadrilaterals to the difference between area and perimeter and the formula there. You're just going to see all sorts of visuals to help support the language development of your students. So you could take this chart out or this poster once you get to those units. You have a fraction poster. This fraction poster also grows through 4th 4th through 6th grade, and it has different things depending on which grade you're in. So the 4th grade version is going to give you all of these visuals over here on the right for all the different operational work you will do in 4th grade. This is pointing out all of the unit fractions. So you can see that the size of the unit fraction is getting smaller as you go down, and then it shows you all of the parts in the whole. So this is a nice reference chart that I use a lot as I'm teaching those fraction units. Then you have a multiplication table. Again, this is different than most multiplication tables in that the products are red, but in every box is the full equation. So when we did something like 5 times 7, what we find is by the time kids meet their fingers in the middle, they know it's 35, but they've already forgotten the fact they were researching or looking up. In this case, getting the full equation helps them to use the chart as they retain understanding. You will use this chart for equivalent fractions. You'll use it for unit 2 when you go into multiplication, unit 3 when you go into division and you're working at divisibility rules. There's lots of different reasons you will use this chart. It is quite large, and you can get a student version of it in the back of your teacher's edition. So just know that you have this chart. This is how they learned multiplication when they were in 3rd grade, specifically with this chart and with some patterning. So feel free to use it how it makes most sense in your classroom. Now, the remainder of the tools here are not included in the custom kit, but they're tools that I highly suggest that you obtain for your year in 4th grade. One of them, of course, is the base 10 blocks. We're going to use these to model long division for your addition subtraction units. We're going to do decomposing numbers. A lot of your place value concepts are all going to be done with base 10 blocks, then with math drawings, then with numeric methods. Especially if you're a member of my Math Genius Squad, I really break down most concepts and have you start with the base 10 blocks, and then we grow quickly into the drawings. Rulers, of course, you're going to need those. And then play money, I really suggest that you get a hold of some dollars, $10, dimes, and pennies as you work in the base 10 system to learn for the very first time decimals. And you're going to do a lot more with that place value understanding that's showing what those numbers mean, and money is a really great way to learn the concepts. So I think this is the concrete tool I would always use as I teach these skills. Last but not least, here you can see that we have a compass, and the compass is going to help us to measure angles, which of course is the first time that we're doing, a protractor, which is the first time that we're doing measuring angles in 4th grade. So they've identified angles before, a right angle, square angle, but they've never actually determined degrees. That will be the first thing that you do as you use this protractor. So I would get your hands on some of those unless you're going to use a paper version from the student book. So those are the basic materials you use in 4th grade. There's not a ton of them. You could also invest in Unifix cubes as you work on multiplicative comparisons, but by all means, could you just go borrow those types of tools, square tiles, etc., from your 2nd and 3rd grade friends. Or if you have centimeter cubes right here in your base 10 blocks, you can also use those when you get to multiplicative comparisons. All right, my friends, reach out with any questions. I hope that helps you get started for the school year and get your materials organized.